Hi, beautiful. Hi, sweetie. Let me sit here with you. Ouch. Ouch. Hi there, sweetie. Hi. So guys, today I wanted to make a video to explain why we have chosen to have Russian Blue and the Burmese. If you guys follow my channel, you know that I have this beautiful lady here, shiny, gorgeous Russian Blue, and I also have beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous Burmese cat. So I wanted to share a bit why we decided to go the route of having the pedigree cats. Okay, so the thing can start a little bit before I've ever had cats. I grew up with dogs, so we always had dogs, and where I grew up, you know, the way you would get a dog is just, you wouldn't even go to a shelter. It's just like you either get it from someone who has a dog who neutering wasn't really a thing, so it's paying. So, you know, someone just had a dog who had a litter, and you go there and you get a dog, or there's a street dog and you just bring it home and it's your dog now. So yeah, I always grew up with dogs, loved dogs. I had one gray cat once, but it was, as our dogs were as well, they were, you know, always outside. There was a big house with green, etc. So they were like, you know, they would just walk around and then come inside to sleep. And the same for the cat. But I was never really a cat person. Then when we were living in Dublin with my husband, we really wanted a dog. Oh, look at this beauty. We really wanted a dog, but because we were living in the very city center, and if you guys, I'm talking about Dublin, Ireland. If you guys know Dublin, if you are in the very city center, there aren't a lot of, at least in the specific place where we lived. Oh, today's opening the door. And here's my Burmese, to those who don't know her. Come on. Come in. I'm gonna close the door because there's too much noise. Anyways, here she is. She couldn't miss the party. So there aren't a lot of green spaces, and so we really wanted a dog, but we thought it wasn't going to be fair to the dog to be living in an apartment with us, because dogs, you know, you need to take them out twice a day, and my husband and I were both working full-time. We didn't have a child back then. So we decided maybe cat would be a better alternative, because, you know, you don't have to walk a cat. They are less, yeah, it's like your sister. They are less demanding, you know, you don't have to walk them, you don't have to take them out for pee-pee, or, you know, they also, you can have cats as indoors only. Actually, it really prolongs their life if they are indoors only. Right, Matilda? Anyway, so yeah, we had never really had cats, my husband and I, and we weren't sure about cats. We had always been dog people, both of us. So we said, rather than, you know, we'll get a cat and we'll commit to a cat, let's foster a cat and let's see how we'd like it, right? So we went to the local shelter, and my husband went, and they just they gave him, they assigned him a cat. He didn't get to choose or anything, but they gave him this cat, and the name of the cat was Matilda. So this Matilda here, because our Burmese is called Matilda, I never told that story, but it's because of Matilda the First, basically. The one here who just left is Matilda the Second. Let's go look at Lena now. Come here, Lena, to help me finish telling the story. Okay, so we got Matilda the First. Not this Matilda, it was a different Matilda. It was a domestic short hair, and it was a brown cat. She was all brown, but she had like a white spot here, where I'm touching Lena right now. It was beautiful domestic short hair. She looked more like the Russian Blue in terms of like she was long and lean. But anyways, we got this cat to foster her, and we fell in love with the cat. She was just amazing. She was super cuddly. She would spend the whole day in your lap if you let her. She would purr. She would want to sleep with you. She was very loud. She was just this gorgeous cuddle bug. So we fell in love with Matilda the First, and we were converted immediately into cat people. One day I'll tell you the full story of what happened to Matilda the First, but very long story short is that... Oh, sorry, let me make a scratch. Very long story short is that we lost her. She ran away. Somehow she managed to get out of the apartment, and she got hit by a car. And that's why we feel very strongly that our cats should never go out. But anyways, it was very unfortunate. We were devastated. We were just like, you know, many of you here who have pets know how it feels to lose pet. It's just the worst thing in the world. Very classy, Lena, thank you. Anyway, so we lost Matilda the First, and we were both very sad and kind of depressed. There are other things that have happened, and I think my husband he's really attached. He's really attached. He's never on the videos, but the cats love him. He's like the favorite of the cats. Look at this cuteness. And he really loves these cats. They have such a strong bond, and he had really a strong bond with our first Matilda. So he was really, it was really hard on him when we lost her. So we started researching, like what cat would be similar to this Matilda, and what we found out after months and months researching is that the Burmese would be similar in terms of personality to what we were looking for. So we weren't looking for, a beautiful cat. That was never important to us. We were looking for a certain personality. We were looking for a cat that was similar to this first cat that we had. So, we wanted a cat that was cuddly, that liked to be on your lap, that was liked to be held, that was a people person, a people cat, basically. So we found out about the Burmese, and we found a breeder. We had to get on the wait list. I think it was around 6 months that we had to wait for the Burmese, and we decided that we were gonna name her Matilda, and so Matilda the Second. So this Matilda that you guys just saw that made a cameo appearance here, she's Matilda the Second actually, because she is named after our first Matilda, which is it was like a big important really, even we didn't have her for that long, but she was really important to us. So we named our second brown cat, we named her Matilda as well. But yeah, so we researched a lot about the Burmese, and if you guys have watched my videos about the Burmese, the Burmese should not be alone. We were both working full time, so we knew we needed a second cat to be a companion to the Burmese. And then we decided that the Russian Blue, look at this mouth paws, I always say they are mouth. Now I get a chance to show them. So we decided that the Russian Blue, so you know, the Russian Blue is still friendly, it's not a lap cat as the Burmese is, but still, look at this. It's still a very mellow, sweet cat. So we decided then that we were gonna get the Russian Blue, and somehow in Dublin it was easier for us to get the Russian Blue. There was no, I mean, we didn't have to wait 6 months. We waited maybe 1 month or 2 for her to be ready, because if you have a good breeder, a reputable breeder, they will not give the cat to you before they are, I think, 13 weeks old. So we had to wait. She had been born already, but she was not old enough. So you know, there is a certain age that they have to be at before they can be taken home. So when she was ready, and it was like this lovely Polish couple who, you know, you can see, I think the first, when they make a video about this, you know, like how to make sure you have a good cat, and if you are getting a pedigree cat, it's really important that you have a good breeder, because that's where it starts, that's where their personality starts forming. Even before that, like from, you know, the parents, but also like the way they're bred and the way they're treated when they're kittens, that's really important, and you can really see that in Lena's behavior. But anyway, so we got her as a companion to Matilda. I'm gonna be sincere here, she never really kept up with Matilda. Okay, she wants to go, but it's an awesome cat. Alright, I think I talked too much. Now I just wanted to share the story. I'm gonna let Lena go. But yeah, ask me any questions in the comments, and I'll be happy to tell you more of the story. And one day I'll tell you the full story of what happened to our first Matilda. But yeah, that's high level. That's how we got to have this cat.